marks the president coming to the House Republican Conference today, closed to the press. Sorry, can't go. And he's going to give his remarks to the House Republican Conference, where Ronnie Johnson, senator from Wisconsin, cheesehead, bailed on the president's tax package, saying, nah, I don't like this and I don't like that. He put out a very garbled statement, something about sub-S corporations or some such other nonsense that we were reading. Okay, so I guess we'll just let that die in the Senate like repeal and replace did. Right? Johnson saying no, he's not going to vote for it in its current form. That leaves only one other Republican senator can bail. To bail, it's over. You get nothing. Again. So here's what Ron Johnson said. It is important to maintain the domestic competitive position and balance between large publicly traded C corporations and pass-through entities, Chapter S corps, partnerships, and sole proprietorships. These businesses truly are the engines of innovation and job creation throughout our economy, and they should not be left behind. So if there's a corporate tax cut of 20%, how come not a small business tax cut as well? He says. Says Ron Johnson. And then he goes on to say, unfortunately, neither the House or Senate bill provide fair treatment, so I don't like it. I didn't get what I want, therefore I'm voting no. Nobody gets everything they want, dude. It's impossible. You got 535 members. You need to cobble together a majority. It's razor thin. Sorry, you didn't get everything you wanted in your little cake bake mix. I can't believe these people. Ron Johnson, it's not a big enough tax cut for small businesses. Well, there is a tax cut for us. I'm a small businessman. I'm for it. I'm for any tax cut. Oh, it's not big enough. Big companies are getting too much of a break. That's because our tax code for companies is the highest in the free world, and ours is 35%. Canada's 9%. Japan's is 7%. Like, we're not competitive, dude. Oh, but I don't like this and I don't like that. Therefore, I'm going to vote no. I'm going to take my bald bat and go home and destroy the Trump presidency, the economy, and the Republican Party as we know it because I didn't get the tax cut that I want, Ron Johnson. Aren't you sick of these people? Aren't you just sick of them? Scott Taylor, on the other hand, interviewed yesterday, Stand Strong, says he's voting for it today. So Ron Johnson, another rhino weasel, goes on to say, unfortunately, neither the House nor the Senate bill provide fair treatment. So I don't support either in their current versions. I do, however, look forward to working with my colleagues to address the disparities so I can support the final version. Get out of my face. You know what? Aren't you sick of these people? Support the damn bill. Get it to reconciliation. Let's get this economy going. We got millions of jobs at stake. Wages are going to go up. Our president, Trump, is a deregulatory beast. He's deregulating things on a daily basis. He's securing the borders. He's stopping the flow of illegal wage-killing immigrants coming over the border illegally. He's battening the hatches down on these scam, cheap labor, slave trade network visas. He's putting our trading partners on notice. We're done being screwed. He's not going to let jobs go overseas because he'll park tariffs on them. And now we got Ron Johnson? Who the hell cares what Ron Johnson says? I mean, are you sick of these people or is it just me? You've got one chance to pass the most dynamic, far-reaching, comprehensive tax cut package in 50 years, and little Ronnie Johnson in Wisconsin doesn't like it because he doesn't like some provision for C Corps. Well, toddy-doo-dah, Ron Johnson. Okay, Tim in Virginia Beach says Ron Johnson is treason. I'm sick of these people, he said. I mean, who the hell is Ron Johnson? Like, the entire Trump economy hinges on this tax cut. Are you that dense, Ron Johnson? Are you that selfish? All you do is care about, well, these people might not vote for me or might not give me money, therefore screw it. I'd rather get reelected and see the economy tank or not grow at 4.5% because I might lose donor money or votes because I got too many people in my state that want this. Therefore, I have to respond to them. Talk about a statesman. You're a loser. I am sick of these people. You have a Republican majority, and you've got a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to pass major tax reform. And what the president is trying to do is take the tax code, Ron Johnson, out of the swamp and put it in the hands of people. That's why it's being simplified. And all these loopholes are going away. And yeah, I don't like everything in the Senate version. I don't like everything in the House version. I'm sure that if 5 of us got together for 2 days with a blank piece of paper, we could all come up with the best tax plan in the history of man. I bet we could all do it. Or I'd like a fair tax, or a flat tax, or this tax, or that tax. I'm sure if you're Josie in Richmond, you want the fair tax. Well, that's not on the table. What's on the table is this. This is the reality that we live in. It's getting passed today in the House, and it's going to the Senate. And if Republicans in the Senate can't muster 50 freaking votes to get this passed, why the hell do we have a Republican Party? What is the point? Now, we don't like to do a rant at 17 past the hour in the morning. It's not our shtick. And you're going to work right now, or you're driving your children to school, or you're getting ready for your day, and the last thing you want is a rant. And I get it. That's why I don't do it. But this is driving me absolutely nuts. I mean, who the hell is Ron Johnson? We need this tax cut passed. If we can get this passed, and it's not perfect, and we can get this economy growing to 4.5% GDP, you know the jobs that means? You know the wage increases that means? You know the growth that we're going to have? You know the added revenue that will come to it, that will take down our debt, which takes down the interest we pay, and it becomes exponential. And by the way, for the Democrats whining about increasing the debt, you have got to be kidding me. Solyndra, shovel-ready, bailouts, all the crap we did and got nothing out of it. Billions and billions and trillions of dollars, Afghanistan, and now you're going to tell me about your concern about the debt? I've had a bunch of you on my show in the last 7 years, and I said to you, give me the number of debt that bothers you. Obviously, it's not 15 trillion because that went by the wayside. It's not 16. It's not 18. It's not 20. What's the number? 20.2 now because you don't like the tax cut. They oppose it not because they don't like it. They oppose it because all they want to do is see Trump fail so they can get in the majority. That's it. That's why they oppose it. Oh, it's not a tax cut for the middle class. Really? Let's see. Family of 4, $60,000. You save $1,200 a month. Oh, that isn't anything. Really? It's $100 a month. That buys stuff for people. This is incredible. You make $95,000 with a family of 5. You are going to save $3,000. What is that? Chump change now? Sure, if you're in Congress making $190 and then making speech fees and then investing in certain stocks that you happen to have heard about, and you're making millions of dollars, and then you get out and you go to K Street and make another $50 million, sure, $100 to you a month doesn't matter, does it? But it does matter to a lot of working people out there. John Fredericks Radio Network, Trucking the Truth. And if I was in Alabama, I'd vote for Roy Moore. Not because of anything, these allegations. I'd vote for him because our republic is at a crossroads. And I'd rather have Roy Moore right now in the Senate than Doug Jones. Simple. It's simple math. I don't know what he did. That's got to get worked out. And if these allegations continue to come out, he'll get beat the next time in a primary. No question. But right now, we need another vote in the U.S. Senate to get these things done because it's hanging by a thread. And when we get sold out by people like Ron Johnson because they don't like a certain provision, you have got to be kidding.